Hello and welcome to Introduction to American Studies. I'm Santana and I'll be your instructor for the next 15 weeks. Pardon me in advance, but I am not used to online teaching or recording videos of any sort, so I will definitely be looking down at my notes pretty regularly and do not expect the highest quality of video production from me. So first of all, I want to set your mind at ease immediately and say that I do not want this course to add more of a burden to an already incredibly burdensome time. Some of you may find schoolwork to be a welcome distraction, but others may find it difficult to focus on anything. I have designed the course to add a minimum of stress to your lives by having consistent, predictable assignments and deadlines, and a built-in freedom to take breaks. Take care of yourself, pace yourself. I hope you can consider the time you spend on this course to be a gift to yourself, a gift that will increase your ability to understand and shape the world. First, a little about me. I grew up mostly in the suburbs of New York City, in a time just barely before the internet and cell phones. My ancestors were Jews from Eastern Europe, and my family benefited from the various opportunities afforded them in the United States in order to build an upper middle class life. I was completely naive about the realities of racial or economic inequality, and I had a rude awakening when I started teaching in a predominantly Afro-Caribbean working class school in Brooklyn. I realized that even though I went to some of the best public schools and private universities, that I had not been taught about how this country really works. And I did not realize that some people work their asses off, but are never compensated with fancy degrees, jobs, and homes. Quite simply, the playing field is not even. I was always a nerd and always passionate about history, but as my political consciousness evolved, I decided to dedicate my life to studying the history of race and racism in our public school system. The history no one had taught me. How dangerous, I thought, to have white teachers who know nothing about racism teaching black and brown students. So I left teaching and came to the PhD program here at Rutgers Newark to work on this problem. We will be reading a lot about race and racism this semester because it is impossible to understand this thing called America without it. However, I understand that being taught about racism by a white person may be uncomfortable for some of you, particularly given the white indifference to black suffering that is all around us. I hope to do so with the utmost of respect, and I hope that you will feel comfortable letting me know if I have caused you harm in any way. I sincerely hope that the material brings you some wisdom and a sense of the possibility of transformative change. The tragedies that surround us are sadly just a new version of an old story, but the story is more interesting and complicated than I had ever imagined as a younger person. None of us has all of the answers, but together, hopefully, we can come up with some of them. So welcome again, and I look forward to learning from all of you over the course of this semester.